Hey guys, and welcome back to another energy update. In today's video, we're going to be talking all about the ascension energy, the astrology energy, the portal energy, all of the energetic energies that are going to be happening in the month of March. Yes, we've got full moons, new moons, spring equinox, and 4 portals to talk about. So let's jump right in to March's energy update. All right, the first thing we need to know about the month of March is there's a portal jumping right out the bat, the beginning of the month on the 3-3 portal. So you guys been with me, you guys probably hear me talk about the major portals that happen every month. And yes, there's a portal that opens every month. We align them with numerology. And so for the month of March, that would be on March 3rd, bringing in the 3-3 portal. So this is one of the major portals. We will have a few minor portals. There will be 3 other minor portals I will be touching on here in a second, but I'm going to relate all the energetic dates in order from when they start March 3rd all the way into March 23rd. So we're going to be taking these in order. So the first one, like I said, I want to talk about is the 3-3 portal. Well, what do 3 stand for? 3 stand for community. They stand for the Trinity. They stand for answered prayers. They stand for things that we've been waiting for. And this is a beautiful time to have the 3s align for us because we're closing out a secular year here. We're getting ready to wrap up a seasonal year here. And I'm going to be talking all about that and what that means here in a moment when we get into the spring equinox energy. But the 3s are bringing everything together. It's community. It's like the glue. It's everything that's going to hold it together. And it's going to bring those answered prayers. It's actually going to start us into new energies as well. It's going to bring in a lot of fruition. So the 3-3 portal is a good time to manifest what it is you've been waiting for. Something that's been put on hold, something that's been put on pause, something you've been waiting for. And maybe the energies feel like it's been going like this. The 3-3 is going to allow the energies to flow fluidly. And so this is a great time to manifest something that you've been longing for some time, or something you're about to close out that's been happening over the last 12 months, because there is new energies coming about. Like I said, we'll talk about that here in a second, but I want to grab a deck here. We got my Ascended Masters deck here, and we're going to get a card for the collective for the 3-3 portal to see what energies are coming out on March 3rd that you guys need to know about. I'm also hearing carnelian, so that could be a good crystal to work with at this time. Let's see. And I also feel, because I feel like I can see it next to a nightstand, so sure, you can carry it on you if you like, but you could leave it next to your nightstand the night before. It could help you with any dream messages when you're going to bed the night of the 2nd. You can set some dream intentions to connect with your dream angels with the carnelian stone right next to your nightstand, or you can put it in your pillow if it's like a tumbled stone, not like a raw form. It might be a little bit too hard. You don't want to maybe put that in your pillow, but there's the card. Okay, 2 of them. But you can always set the crystal next to you while you sleep. And, ooh, we've got a few. You can always set the crystal next to you while you sleep to work with you to get your dream intentions. So any questions you have on the night of the 2nd as you go to bed, call in your dream angels of love and light, maybe holding the carnelian, and ask them to give you clarity and guidance while you go to sleep to get that answer to that question. Now, sometimes that dream might give you that exact answer in the dream, but it also might take you looking up the dream to find out the meaning of the dream to get that clear answer that you're looking for. So I would say, again, on the night of the 2nd, sense of dream intentions, work with the carnelian stone. It could help you get the answers you're looking for. Because again, like I said, them 3s be about answered prayers. So it's a good time to get some answers in those dreams, okay? So we've got 3 cards that came out. I was only trying to get 1 card, and I just made the connection that we're working with the 3s, and 3 freaking cards came out. That's beautiful. Okay, so I want to talk about these. Ooh, are these all in conjunction with each other? So we've got the yoga card. We've got the artistic expression, and we've also got detached from drama. So what is the artistic expression that your soul is asking you to exploit? Maybe it is yoga. It doesn't have to be this creative thing. You don't necessarily need to go sing and dance, but what sets your soul on fire? What is it your soul is asking to unleash that creativity? And so yoga can be an expansive process. It can be an expansive exercise that aligns the mind, body, and spirit. So it might be a time to align with that, because what happens is that can be your creative expression. That can get energy blockages moving. That can help you tap into the creativity. Or even if you have blocks, you know, the yoga can release them. I just had this huge, powerful powerful release. I was out in the desert. We were doing some yoga outside, and it worked through an energetic block for me, and I just like broke down and started crying, and it was my femininity that needed that artistic expression, and I had it through the yoga. So you can have beautiful releases through yoga, but you could also have reconnected energies, right? You can align the mind, body, spirit, and tap into that creative energy. So whatever's setting your soul on fire, it's time to step into that, to express it. You have this artist within you. We all have it. Yes, we can all tap into it. It's in the sacral chakra, and yoga could be a tool that could unlock it for you. But yoga is just a spiritual practice. So what is that spiritual practice that's going to unlock this artist expression for you? Maybe right now we've been really attached to drama, whether that is a person, a place, or a thing. It could be gossip. It could just be negative influence, something. But maybe detaching from that drama and aligning with that creativity, that art's expression, is what's going to set your soul on fire. Maybe we need to release some of the old, whatever this drama is to you. Maybe we're detaching from that and attaching to the yoga, the artistic expression that could be a gateway out of it, to release some of those blockages, because you could have some blockages there with whatever's going on with the drama in your life. It also could be calling you to let it go. You could set the intention in yoga to release it and let it go, so it no longer has to define you. So this could be a transitional point where you're detaching from whatever this drama is in your life, and you're aligning more with the artistic expression that your soul is asking for. And it could be done by a spiritual practice. Like I said, maybe it's not yoga, but that could be a spiritual practice or a holistic practice that brings it all together. Because you've got the artistic expression over here that wants to be expressed, and you've got the drama over here that needs to be released. But that third energy, right? The three is the third energy. When you combine that third energy, it puts these two together to bring an expansion, right? So what it will do is that third energy is going to release the drama, and it's going to bring you into that awareness. It's going to bring you into that artistic expression. It's going to combine the energies to shake them up, to spew them back out, and maybe that is that artistic expression. But that third energy is that spiritual practice. So what spiritual practice do you either need to bring back to your life, or do you need to start? It doesn't have to be yoga. It doesn't even have to be a physical form. It could be like Tai Chi or Qigong. It doesn't even have to be that. It literally could be like meditation. It could be dream travels. It could be anything. But I'm going to say that the yoga is representing as a spiritual practice that's going to allow you to detach from the drama and align you more with the artistic expression. That third energy is what's going to connect it all together. That releases you from the block and reignites you with your soul, okay? All right, guys, so that is the first energy I want to talk about. The 3-3 portal happening on March 3rd. Now, the next energy we need to talk about that will be happening in the month of March is a full moon. We are having a full moon on March 7th. This will be a full moon in the sign of Virgo, and it will be the worm moon. So let's talk about what that means. Why is it called the worm moon? Well, we are inching forward into spring. If you're in the northern hemisphere, and we're going to go into a whole thing on why the spring equinox is going to be the first day of the year in just a second. But first, the worm moon is preparing us for spring. You're not going to see many worms, right, in the winter. Sure, in the summer, but the spring is this beautiful creation energy, and we've been inching forward slowly climbing out of the winter energy, out of the stillness energies, tapping into the creation energy of the spring. And the full moon here in Virgo is inching us closer and closer and closer. What I do want to say, we are so close to the spring equinox. I've noticed for myself, I can start to tap into those spring equinox energies. It's like the very end of February, beginning of March, or that first week of March. It's just like I can tap in. This is the creative expression. This is it's creation. It's fertility. The spring equinox is great for planting new ideas, planting the seeds of what you want to move forward in the next few days, weeks, months, and even the year. And we'll dive deep in that in a second. But what I want to say, that worm moon is inching us closer and closer and closer. So each day in March, especially from March 7th going forward, you're really going to be feeling that spring equinox energy, which is bringing us into creation. So what seeds do you need to plant? Is it time to start a new project, a hobby? There's some kind of new energy about to be birthed with the spring equinox. And so it's getting us closer and closer and closer. Now, what I want to say with this worm moon being in Virgo, right? Virgos are very analytical and logical, and they can walk in a room and see everything, and they just notice every scratch, every dot, every square, every line. They can see everything that goes on like behind the scenes. So this is a good time that you might want to get into more analytical, practical. Sometimes your dreams need a practical plan, that type of energies. And so we might be preparing and planning and things for the future, especially around the spring equinox, to plant the seed of where to go. So the Virgo energy is going to be here to support us, to kind of thrust us forward so we can plant the seeds on the spring equinox, so then we can have our dreams come into fruition a little bit later down the line. So what happens with this Virgo worm moon, I also want to talk about, we just had the new moon in Pisces. As I see the moons, they go from new moon to dark moon. Halfway through is the full moon. So we're still in that new moon in Pisces energy. That Pisces energy will last like that 4 weeks, okay? So what I want to say with this is, Pisces are ethereal and they're dreaming, and sometimes they get lost in their head and they live in fantasies and they live in the future. And so with that, the third eye chakra can be overactive. But Virgo is going to come in and want to plant 2 feet on the ground. Virgo wants to take some action. Virgo wants to prepare and start using logic and reason and stuff to get forward. And so the two energies are going to be a little bit combined here. So 2 chakras to look out for that might be a little bit sensitive at this time are the root chakra and third eye. We can also work with these energies conjoining together for our highest and best to keep moving forward. Again, we're taking baby steps to lead us towards the spring equinox for that creation, that fertility energy. But Virgo's here like, hey, I need to nudge you. Are you listening? It's time to create. It's time to do something. Let's get the ball rolling. Let's get the ducks in a row. Let's dot the I's. Let's cross the T's. Virgo wants to get you going, especially with this worm moon. Things are going to be moving forward. So this is a good time to prepare and plan. And again, we're closing out a lot because we're about to start this whole new chapter. But Virgo wants us to go after our dreams and chase them. So let me grab a card here from my moon deck so we can get a message for what you need to know on this full moon in Virgo we are having on March 7th. Beautiful. Okay. Full moon in Taurus, detoxify, like simplicity, less is more. Okay. So what do we need to detoxify from? Is it a person? Maybe social media? Is it a place? Is it a situation? Like, what's going on? I also feel like there's a lot of clutter that could be clouding judgment. This literally, it's so simple. It could be a good time to just like sweep the floor. Like when you sweep, do it mindfully and like sweep all that dust and dirt out the front door. That's energy work. You're going to release it. Do it mindfully to release all that dust and clutter. I promise you, sweep it out the front door and you set that intention that you're releasing the energetic blockages, your head will get clearer. This might be a time just, not just to detoxify from people, places, and things, but clean up and declutter. Let's get the house all cleaned up and spruced up for the spring equinox to bring us in this new energy. I just feel like it's almost like one of my friends told me about how she would sweep the house, but then she had a broom that she would, after the house was swept, she would take this broom and she would sweep over it, and that was the energy work. So she released the physical clutter, the dust and stuff like that, and then she took the broom to sweep the energy out, the bad energy, that stuck, stagnant stuff, and that's what stuff she would sweep out the front door. So I feel like with less is more. Let's declutter the house. Let's keep the house clean. There's a reason they say like cleanliness is godliness, is next to godliness. I promise you, like for me, for an example, if the house is clean, I can think it's like a clear head. Like all of a sudden things have a home, like everything has a place and things are organized. And I feel like I can think so much clearer. And so this could be a time to just detoxify the clutter that's in the house, like physical stuff for us. So full moon in Virgo, this is your card. And moving on, we have another portal to talk about. So the major portal was the 3-3 portal. There are minor portals that happen as well. I relate these all with numerology. So we take angel numbers, we take angel codes to get these portals. This is an angel code. It's the 313 portal with the 2 3s on the outside and the 1 in the middle. So again, if 3s are bringing things together for us, we have the 1 in the middle signifying new beginnings. It's always a new chapter, a new door. 1 is always a new opportunity, but based on what we need on the outside of those 3s. These are the pillars of what we need versus what we want. Remember those answered prayers? Whatever prayer that I was talking about earlier with the 3s, every prayer gets answered, and sometimes it might be a no, or maybe later, because it could be a want versus a need. So we have these 2 3s on the outside as our protectors. And they're protecting us from basically what I want, but what I want might get me in trouble. But what I need, is this new fresh start, there's a 1 energy here in the beginning that's bringing a lot of balance, and it wants to hold steady, especially throughout the end of the month, probably till even the 29th, because like I said, with the spring equinox, there's a lot of busy energies here at play, but it's so beautiful. This is, to me, one of the most powerful times of the year, since I believe this starts the new year, which again, we will talk about here in 1 second with the spring equinox. We're building. So the 3-1-3 portal, like I said, it's protecting us, need versus want. We've got the 2 pillars to bring us in a new energy. So I do want to grab a card for you. And so maybe you even figure out need versus want. It's almost like a pros versus cons list. Manifest what it is. Contemplate and reflect on what it is you need versus want. And look at the 2 energies. Let go what no longer serves you with that, so you can align more with what you need versus what the ego wants. Use the 3-1-3 portal as that, as an energetic gateway for that. I feel like there's a lot of contemplation and reflecting, or you've been contemplating maybe on the need and want for some time, and now you know what the right path is for you. But let's grab a card from the angels and ancestors and see what messages they have for us on the 3-1-3 portal. Beautiful, jumping right out. Shaman, trust in higher forces. Everything has a plan. Everything has divine timing. There are divine energies at play. Trust is a big energy here, so trust in the higher forces. So like I said, those 3s on the 2 sides were the pillars. They could have been protecting you for something or preventing something even worse from happening. Again, with the need and the want. I wanted this, I wanted this, I wanted this. Well, when we go into that energy with ego and we go after it anyways, sometimes things don't work out exactly as we expected. But then when we trust the process and go, well, this is what my soul needs versus what my ego wants, it's probably going to land a lot smoother waters. So releasing any resistance, releasing stuff of what the ego may want, and aligning more with the soul needs. Trusting in the divine plan, trusting in the higher forces, trusting that everything is happening for a reason. So there's going to be a lot of energy of trust, and the scales balancing into beautiful energies for you with divine timing, okay? This is the 3-1-3 portal message. Now moving on to my favorite thing to talk about, at least in this video. There's no favorite, but I love talking about the spring equinox. Okay, I'm going to sit for this one because we got a lot to talk about here. Okay, spring equinox. Why is this the first day of the year? Why not January 1st? That's what the calendar says. January 1st, right? Shouldn't it be the first day of the year? Wrong. I don't believe January 1st should ever be the first day of the year. Why? Well, let's dive into that right now. I decided to, a couple years back, I started just studying nature and animals and the trees and the plants and how the natural world works. And I feel like they showed me some answers, and I got puzzle pieces, and I started to put things together. Now, this is what aligns with me. So if this resonates with you, drop in the comments and let me know if this aligns with you as well. You really started looking at the creation of trees and plants to get a big energy with this, okay? So, I was kind of saying earlier, winter. It's the dead of winter. People don't want to go outside. They hibernate. There's no leaves on the trees. It's cold. And so this is the day to start brand new energies. The first day of the year should be creation energy, right? Fertile energy. I want to start something new. Well, if everything is frozen, including maybe the waters, because the lake is frozen because it's winter and it's negative degrees, why is everything in stillness and frozen? Why would that be a good day to create energies? Things can be frozen in time because they're supposed to. You're supposed to go inward and reflect in the dead of winter. You close out the whole year in winter. Why? Think about spring. Spring, the sun is coming out again. Finally, there's some sun. The grass is getting green. Maybe you have a garden. You want to go plant your seeds, right? This is the beginning. Everything goes through a fertility process. Everything goes through a creation process. And I believe it starts with the spring equinox. This is when you prepare for the year ahead, because you first have to plant those seeds in your garden, and you have to wait for them to be harvested so you can go out and get your berries and fruits and vegetables over the summer, right? But spring is that baby energy. Spring is that fertility. Spring is, I'm now starting a brand new energy. With the sun coming out and the grass getting green and you're planting the seeds, this seems like a fertile time. It seems like creation. Why wouldn't this be the first day of the year? Why would you have the first day of the year being frozen stillness? Didn't make sense. So I continue to watch nature. So if the spring equinox is the baby being birthed as you plant the seeds for the new year, right? What happens when you get into summer? Summer, I get to walk out in my backyard and I get to clip my lettuce and my peppers and my tomatoes, and I get to make a beautiful salad for dinner. Things have come into fruition. There was a little bit of patience and planning with the spring, but then you wait and things start to come into fruition. So spring is a good time to plant the seeds of what it is you want, what it is you desire. You set those new goals, you set those new aspirations, right? And then it starts to grow and grow and grow into the summer, and I can go access my fruits and vegetables. It's like a teenager growing up. I'm getting older and wiser. I've got things to share, including my berries, my strawberries, my apples, all of the stuff from my garden. It's evolving. Watch nature, okay? Look at the trees. Look at the plants. See how the seasonal year works, okay? And then you go into the fall, and we're older and wiser later in life, starting to learn the lessons, starting to let go. The leaves are starting to fall and change colors. Things have came into harvest. Things have came into completion. We're older and wiser. I know better. I don't have to learn as many hard lessons anymore. Progression through the year. And like we talked about, the winter, stillness, nothing. You reflect, you integrate, you go within, you hibernate. That closes out the whole year. To me, that makes sense of how a seasonal year would work based on nature. Just open your eyes. Like, what does nature tell us? It tells us how the seasons work. It tells us when the first day of the year should be. Not in the dead of winter, but in the start of creation. And so what I noticed, what I've done with big things, like even my YouTube channel, for example, I was going to launch it in the middle of winter, and then I realized, wait a second, why would I want to create something in stillness? I waited till the spring equinox, and that's when I launched it. And I believe I've had more success because I worked with those energies. So this is a great time, spring equinox, to plant the seeds of what you want to do during this season. So the spring equinox will be here from March 20th all the way into the summer solstice, which is usually around like June 20th-ish. Okay, I can't remember the exact date. If you're in the northern hemisphere, I'm talking northern hemisphere for a second, okay? And I'll get to the southern hemisphere in a second. So all the way from spring until summer is when you can plant the seeds and watch them grow. But don't forget, the second you plant the seeds in the spring equinox on March 20th, continue to water your seeds and nurture and nourish it until you get into summer. Because then you can go outside and pick your cherries and get your grapes and get all the fruits and vegetables off the vines and the trees and the plants, because you continue to water it, okay? So this is how I believe the seasonal year works, and how I believe if you align with nature, you start working with the energies so they don't work against you. Again, I sure could have made my YouTube channel successful if I launched it in the middle of winter, but I feel it got more successful because I launched it in spring. Creation, fertility. So, I like to say Happy New Year with the spring equinox, because I believe this starts us into a whole new seasonal year. But it's not even just the seasons. Like, look at astrology. Astrology starts with Aries and ends with Pisces. The astrological year aligns with the spring equinox because the new moon in Aries is just one day apart. And that's just this year, because the spring equinox could be give or take a couple days. It's usually right around the 20th. So if the astrological year is lining up with the spring equinox, wouldn't you think that's telling us that that's a whole new start of a year? A seasonal year and an astrological year? So why in the what Willis are we doing the first day of the year is January 1st? Why is that the first day of creation? Why would we want to tap into fertility energies and slow stillness and frozen time? For me, that doesn't make sense. So for me, I align with the astrological year. I align with the seasonal year, and I get this based on nature. Study the plants, study the trees. They will tell you what's up. So what I want you to do, I don't want anybody to do anything, but if this aligns with you, The spring equinox is the time to plant the seeds. What you want to work on in this moon cycle, because like I said, we're going to have a new moon the day after. So the moon cycle will be the next 2 to 4 weeks. The season all the way until June, from the end of March to the end of June. You've got all of those months. What seeds do you want to plant over those months? And what seeds do you want to plant from the spring equinox 2023 until the spring equinox 2024? You've got a whole year. Plant lots of seeds. Plant your daily seeds, your weekly seeds, your monthly seeds, your seasonal seeds, and your yearly seeds. This is brand new creation energy. You're into fruition. You're into fertility. Tap into the spring equinox. Plant the seeds and then continue to water them. But then when summer comes, enjoy, because you watered it every day or every week or whatever that is for you. And things will come into fruition a lot sooner, a lot faster, because you got in that flow state and you started working with the energy. So the spring equinox, birth something new for yourself, within yourself, for your community, around you, your business, your family, your friends. What is it you want to birth? The spring equinox is a birthing energy. So work with the energy of the spring equinox. Now, I want to grab this beautiful deck here and get a card for the spring equinox. Oh, wait, one last thing. So that's the northern hemisphere. If you're in the southern hemisphere, it's swapped. So basically, the spring equinox would mean you are in the fall equinox. It's just the opposite, right? So with the southern hemisphere, you guys are just getting out of the summer solstice, which again for us is the winter solstice. And then you're moving forward into the fall equinox as we're moving into the spring equinox. So you guys are just the exact opposite. I'm just making this to the northern hemisphere because I am in the northern hemisphere, but you guys would be opposite, okay? All right, so opposite equinoxes. There's 2 equinoxes and 2 solstices every year. So the opposite of spring would be fall. The opposite of summer would be winter. So that's what I'm saying there, okay? But let's get a spring equinox message here for you. Let's see what we got. What do we need to know about the spring equinox in 2023? Beautiful. It says a day's end rest. I find peace in nature. Of course, it talks about nature. Of course, this card has the word nature in it, as I just talked about how I came to my own conclusion of the spring equinox being the first day of the year based on nature. Sorry, I got a little excited there. I find peace in nature and rest my body and mind in order to connect to spirit. In order to connect to spirit. I'm going to say that again. In order to connect with spirit. I talk about this all the time on my channel. Let's work with the energy so they don't work against you. What do I mean by that? You just get in alignment with nature or astrology. When you start working the moon versus the calendar, I promise you'll see effect. When you start working, and it can be the sun too, the sun and the moon, right? You'll notice a difference because the sun goes up every morning and the moon goes up every night, and it's a circular thing. And you work with those energies versus the calendar versus like March 1st to March 31st. No, I work with moon cycles. Like I said earlier, I work from new moon to dark moon. Things shift because I'm working with the energies so they don't work against me. Because I work with my first day of the year as the spring equinox versus January 1st, I'm working with the energies instead of having the energies work against me. That's beautiful. A day's end rest. Like I talked about, the sun and the moon, the circular patterns. Study astrology, study the planets, study the animals, study all of nature, and you're going to learn what to do with yourself, right? And that's why it says in order to connect with spirit, because you get in that divine flow energy. So you're working with the energies in the flow state instead of them having to work against you. So I think that's so beautiful. And a day's ends rest, we're just ending. As I'm filming this, we're still in the winter solstice. We're just getting out of the day's ends rest, the stillness, and we're going into the sun of the spring equinox. Like, that card could not be more fitting. I love when things align like that so beautifully. So thank you, Spirit. Okay. All right, we have still so much to talk about. This is going to be a long video. Let me know in the comments. Do you guys like this type of video? Or do you like when I do them just a straight new moon video, just a straight full moon video, just a straight spring equinox video? Because I've been making particular videos for just each topic or each energy that we're working with separate. And I know in February I put them all into 1 month's video as energy update. So if you guys like it all blended into one video, let me know. If it's too much, because we're already like 30 minutes in. If it's too much and you'd rather have like tailor-made videos for each particular energy, let me know in the comments, because I can do just straight videos on just the moon, just the portals and stuff like that. So I'd love your guys' feedback so you could tell me what it is you guys like. So, okay. So the day after the spring equinox is on March 20th. Well, the day after is 321, March 21st, right? So we already have an angel code right there, 321. And it also happens to be a new moon. So we have double energies at play here, back-to-back energies. The day after the spring equinox, we're going to have a portal, 321 portal, and we're going to have a new moon in Aries. Oop, pardon me. Sorry, kombucha, it happens. New moon in Aries. New moon in Aries is the new astrology year. More creation as we're creating a whole new astrological year. 2 creation days back to back. Bam, boom, powerful, okay? So where do I want to start with this? 321, angel codes, okay? Trinity answered prayers happen because that's the 3. The 2, we're in balance, we're in key, balancing the masculine and feminine within. That's the key. Going into 1 brings in the new creation energy. So how do you work with the 321 portal? To get your answered prayers, stay in a balanced state of being to thrust you into new energies and new beginnings. Balance is key here. But again, and it could be head versus heart. It could be masculine versus feminine. But I feel like the balance energy with the answered prayers and the new beginning on each side, the balance is kind of the glue within this one. I see the numbers going backwards, telling a story. To get everything you want, remain balanced and centered, and you'll have this new energy and beginning. That's what I feel the 321 angel code is saying here for this particular portal. Like I said, we also have the new moon Aries. So new moons are new intention, creation, new energies. The new moon will work for the next 2 to 4 weeks. So anything you set forth, any seeds you plant at this time will last the next 2 to 4 weeks. But because we're going into Aries season of an astrological year, this is starting a whole new, another portal of astrology, opening up the astrology year. So this is huge. Okay, I'm going to work with the new moon in Aries, but I'm also in this spring equinox energy, and I'm opening a new moon. I'm opening an Aries astrological portal, and I'm opening a 321 portal. There's so many portals open. There's so many new energies. It's like March is the month of creation. Ooh, that's what I'm probably going to call this video. I'm going to put it somewhere in the title and thumbnail, something. March is the month of creation. There's so much new energies. And the Aries energy is here to thrust you into it. The Aries is a fire sign. There's a lot of creativity, a lot of passion. Somebody might light a fire under your butt and want to get you going and start moving and shaking, right? So the lower 3 chakras might be really sensitive around this time, or key points to work with. Sacral chakra has been coming up a lot, I feel, this month. So that creativity, that passion, that desire, the pleasure, all the stuff there that's in the sacral chakra. But again, we need to stay rooted and grounded in truth, connected to Mother Earth, connected to present moment, so we can step into that passion and purpose with the sacral chakra. So the root goes to sacral and chakra. So if you stay grounded and connected to Mother Earth with the root, the sacral chakra will allow you to step into passion and pleasure. And then that 3rd chakra, the solar plexus, is decisive action, going after the dreams, actually planting the seeds, taking those action steps, allowing things to be developed, allowing things to come to you. So you don't have to chase them. Have them come to you. Work with those divine energies. Root, sacral, solar plexus, 321. New moon in Aries, astrological year. So this is like ascension codes 101. Like, let's work with all of this stuff together. Like, layer them on top of each other. Bang! Explosive energies. 321. 3 chakras. Work with all that divine energies so you can take those decisive action steps. And you've got the solid foundational energy planted to bring you into the new energy of creation and new beginnings. So stay grounded, stay balanced, go after passion and purpose, and take those decisive action steps, okay? So that's what's going on with the new moon in Aries. Let's grab a moon card for you guys. For the new moon on March 21st, let's get a collective card. meditate and contemplate. And another new moon card. New moon in Pisces. We're just getting out of the last new moon in Pisces energy. But meditate and contemplate. We've got two fish swimming in opposite directions. Typical Pisces energy. Can't make up my mind. One day it's hot. One day it's cold. One day it's yes. The next day it's no. I want to do all the things and I get none of the things done. I keep chasing my tail around like a dog. Fish are just swimming around each other. The dog is chasing its tail. It gets so hyperactive and just spins around, around, around. Are you actually getting anywhere? Are you actually progressing? Sometimes you can be busy, 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 but are you being productive? So make sure you're not just chasing your tail around like a dog. But I also want to talk about these two fishes. These two fishes also swim in balance. As we talked about the two here in the 3-2-1. It's the yin and the yang. The two fish, when they finally catch each other, sort of they come in this beautiful synergy of balancing each other out in a beautiful harmony energy. So slow down today and meditate and contemplate. And to get the fishes in balance so you're not just chasing that tail around. So the fishes aren't just going in a circle, never catching each other. Meditate and contemplate today so you can get the fishes. You're the fish, right? In balance, in alignment. Balance out your yin and your yang energies today. Balance is key with this portal because there's so much going on astrologically, energetically, with the moon. Like, I mean, how many energies are at play this month? There's so much. So balance will be key during this new moon in Aries. And last but certainly not least, we have one more portal. It's a minor portal, and it's 2 days later. We're going to look at the angel codes to find this portal, and it's the 3-2-3 portal. Again, 2 3s on the outside, the 2 is on the middle. And we're going to do things a little bit backwards on this one because this might be, there might be some backwards energy here, but I feel like we're going to pull a card first, and then I'm going to break this down, the angel code of what I feel the 3-2-3 is. But I keep hearing the angels and pull a card, so we're going to start with the card first. 3-2-3, days after the portal and the new moon, days after the spring equinox. So much powerful energy. This is going to be a powerful week. This is going to be a powerful week. But let's get our angel code, our angel card from our Ascended Masters from the 3-2-3 portal. What is the message? Let's see what they got. Teacher, are you listening? Are you listening? Are you listening? Spirit comes in with messages all the time, and they give us signs and symbols and synchronicities and sigils and all kind of symbols, and their answers can be right in front of our face. We miss them. The sign wasn't good enough. Give me another sign. You ask the angels for an answer, and they deliver you an answer, but we don't believe it. It's either too simple, too obvious, or that's not good enough, or I just doubt it. Give me another sign. They give you another sign, you still don't believe it. And they show you sign after sign after sign, and you're still missing it. And they're showing you the signs, and you're still missing it. Or your eyes are closed, and you're missing the signs. They're right in front of you. They're everywhere. Through colors, through numbers. 3-2-3. That is an angel code. It speaks to you. There is a message in that itself. We've talked about, generally speaking, what the 3s and the 2 means. There are numbers and symbols and stuff all around us. They speak to us through animals. They speak to us through letters. They speak to us through numerology. They speak to us through astrology. The signs and the symbols and synchronicities are everywhere. They're being birthed every second. But when you slow down, take a deep breath and look around, what do you see? It's the songs you listen to on the radio. There could be a message in there for you. Spirit's trying to communicate for you. You saw this weird symbol or imagery in a commercial, but it's speaking to you. Yeah, sure, there's subconscious programming and all the stuff you got to be careful and subliminals in commercials. That might not be the best example, but when I'm talking about divine energies and spirit putting the right people, places, and things in your life at just the right time, there's a reason you drove by that billboard and saw that image. There's a reason you looked down at the clock and saw that number. There's a reason you lifted your head up and saw that animal fly by. All of that is speaking to you through colors and imageries, and learning how to understand the decipher language of spirit is key. Spirit is speaking to you. So what I'm going to say is on a daily basis, open your eyes to the messages Spirit has for you. But especially on today, record your dreams. Look them up. If you see an angel number, look them up. If you see a spirit animal, look them up. However Spirit is communicating with you on this day, Spirit's like, knock, knock, I'm here. I have messages. Are your eyes open? Are your ears open? I wanted to deliver you an answer. Synchronicities could be set on fire today. Signs, symbols, and synchronicities could be really valid and on point. Like, whoa, blatantly obvious. 323 portal. Keep your eyes opening. The teacher, Spirit is coming in to teach us lessons every day where we look with signs and symbols and synchronicities. So today, be on the lookout for all that the world has in front of you. What are you seeing? What are you hearing? What are you feeling? What are you sensing? What signs and images are you picking up on? Because Spirit wants to deliver you messages every day, but they could be really powerful and potent today on the 323 portal, okay? All right, guys, I just see we're about 40 minutes in. This might be our longest energy update. Also, let me know if you like the shorter energy updates, if you like them when I do single messages versus all conjunction, do all the whole energy in 1 month. If it's too long, let me know. If you like it, let me know. If you want me to just go back to the full moon videos, let me know. And you want me to do regular portal videos, let me know. I'd love to hear you guys' feedback, what it is that you guys like in these particular videos. Drop it in the comments. Let me know. And until then, thank you guys so much for watching. If you got anything on this video, do me a favor and that thumbs up button so you know you got something that resonated. You guys haven't even subscribed to my channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. There's a bell too. I want you to hit the bell and turn on all notifications. I don't want you guys to miss out on any upcoming messages. The next message just might be the message that you need to hear today. All right, my loves. Thank you so much for watching. Till next time, be blessed.